Oh, hey Steve.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
What are you doing?
So I've been here a little bit. I'm curious if I can have some food, maybe watch a movie.
Yeah, I'd be down. What do you want to watch?
I don't really care. Just something that's not super terrible.
Yeah, definitely just not something super atrocious.
Yeah, nothing super not good.
Yeah, something not super horrible.
Something that's not super cringy.
Yeah, something not quite super califragilisticexpialidocious.
I just don't want to watch anything super dumb.
Yeah, not I just don't want to see a super really bad movie. I don't want to see a super duper bad movie. Hey everyone, my name's Kevin, and this is my buddy Steve.
I'm his buddy.
Say hello.
Hello guys. Hi.
Steve is one of my best friends.
He is one of my best friends also.
We're watching a movie about best friends.
You're the weird one, man. Don't make me feel weird because I like porn. You're the weird one for not liking porn. I'm normal as shit.
Well, Seth Rogen was 13 when he started writing this, which it kind of feels that way.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's also part of the charm, is that the first 20 minutes of this movie is just so crass and vulgar and ridiculous, but
yeah.
it feels like some guy in high school wrote this, which I think is why it resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't like a 50-year-old man was writing this shit.
No. Yeah, I think that this is definitely what a 13-year-old thinks is funny, and when I was 13, I thought it was very funny. They really kept that kind of cringy aspect of these two people, because with cringy stuff, it's either intentional or it isn't, and I feel like you can tell. And I feel like this is very easily they're painting these people as losers. They're all losers.
Yeah, of course. One of the reasons I've used funk music in half of our videos over the years was because of Superbad, because it was such a great little subtle way of making fun of them.
Thank you for your pen.
Oh, no problem. No, don't worry. No worries. You just keep it. It'll be yours. You won't have to borrow one again because you'll have that one.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Michael Cera's performance in this movie is so creepily awkward.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an actor, it just feels like you're watching a dude who's actually like that. You know?
I mean, you talk about how this movie spawned, spin-offs. Michael Cera, he spawned. Jesse Eisenberg would be hanging from a closet if Michael Cera didn't exist.
Michael Cera has his own genre of movies.
Yeah, he really just and that's incredibly impressive to be in a movie and you're so because this really is very different. You really didn't see anything like Michael Cera before this came out.
No.
I just sit there for hours on end drawing dicks. I don't know what it was. I couldn't touch the pen to a piece of paper without it drawing the shape of a penis.
I gotta say, it's definitely not it's kind of lazy, but the fact that they put so much effort in the production of it, the fact that they drew so many dicks, it's that's how you can save something like that. It's if you really dedicate yourself to it. It's kind of like the Silicon Valley dick joke.
Oh, well, that dick joke is a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's
that's perfection.
It's kind of you take this thing that's really taboo and kind of cheap, and then if you turn it into something.
In Silicon Valley, they did a giant dick joke, which also doubled as the epiphany moment for the main character, which is what made it so fucking hysterical to me. But this is just really well edited. The cutting in this movie is really good. They do the hard comedy cuts, which I love.
This is just the fact that they took it this, fuck that. That's so rude. That's rude.
Yeah, the one on the
God
torpedo.
damn, I didn't fuck. That was crazy. They had a dick on one of the nuclear bombs hitting Hiroshima or whatever the fuck. Yikes.
They took it to the absolute extreme.
Yeah, if they were just
in the hands of a different filmmaker, that could have been awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I think a normal comedy wouldn't have done any of that. I think they would have just been sitting there and how every comedy movie is well, you guys are comedy actors, so just
just improv, guys.
Just spitball. I feel for the most part, improv on a film, we hate improv on a film set if we're still the same people that we were a long time ago.
Yeah, we still are.
we fucking hate it, and I think it's because we were in film school and we just saw the worst version of it humanly possible. I don't really care. Just something that's not super terrible.
Yeah, definitely just not something super atrocious.
Did we miss the McLovin scene?
Oh.
No, I don't think we... I don't think
Yeah, we did. It just happened.
Oh my god. Well, that was a good scene.
Damn it!
It's very much so a traditionally, like, I don't think it was very traditional back then, but I think it's, in retrospect, like a very traditionally written, like, comedy sketch.
It's so perfect because it's like you're thinking the same. Like when McLovin's like, it was between that or Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for once.
Fogel, have you ever actually met anyone named Muhammad?
Have you actually ever met anyone named McLovin?
No, that's why you picked a dumb fucking name.
It's so perfect because you're thinking the thing that Seth is thinking.
Yeah.
And then Fogel tells you that, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. It's like, you know, it's
Perfect. It's perfect writing. When that guy says "fuck my life," was that when everyone started saying that? Was this like the first movie that did that?
Oh.
Or was that already a thing by then? Because if so, bravo movie. That's another
Yeah,
line
good for you.
that caught on.
It's so funny that, like, it's an emotional plot point that Evan bought spermicidal lube. Like, that's why this movie is, like, kind of funny. It's because, like, every plot point for the most part until, like, they do, like, kind of the dramatic twist is just fucking birthed in something stupid.
Yeah, well,
Like-
they always find a good way. Like, they're about to chase after the girl because she had breast reduction surgery.
Yeah.
And, like, that actually is woven into the plot also because that needed to happen.
Yeah.
So that they didn't see the cops show up and all that shit.
And it's like, they're perverts, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, all they're thinking about is sex.
And they get a nice joke out of it. They get the awesome shot of, like, both of them running like dorks.
Yeah.
She's going around the corner.
Come on.
This scene doesn't need to exist.
No, this scene I was never a big fan of.
It's not even as if ill periods are gross. Like, you know, getting it on your leg, I don't love it.
It's that Borat 2 did it so much better that I can't go back to this movie now.
What did they do? What was the period?
You
Oh
just
my
watched
god. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, shit.
How'd you forget about that?
Oh my god. I can't, like, insane. Insane. That dude's fucking insane.
Yeah, that scene feels oddly tame. Any like gross out gag in movies, I'm usually not a huge
No.
fan of.
No, it's really not my thing at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that joke, by the way.
I bet you play the whole mysterious guy thing, right?
Ooh, see, like the fact that they did this is both a comedic and emotional moment. Like, that's what I like about this movie, is that, like, a bit is an important part of the movie a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's kind of the funniest shit, because, like, I feel like plot-driven comedies usually do better. Because, you know, like we were talking about, like, when it's not that funny, at least you're in a movie.
Yeah, like the best example of that is probably like the escalator scene at the end, which is both played for laughs and it's dramatic because they're growing up a little bit and they're separating for the first time and there's this like
That hurts. That scene does hurt.
the one thing I don't like about this, it's not that I don't like it, it's that Seth kind of gets the girl at the end, but he shouldn't.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
definitely, like, Emma Stone is totally, like, her character is, like, way more likable and redeemable.
Oh yeah, she's probably like the nicest person in the entire movie.
That's the one thing about these movies, is the whole schlub gets, like, the girl, you know, like, above her ranking.
Yeah,
Like,
but
above
with
his
like
ranking.
with
Or, like, the lady's much nicer and, like, better than the guy, and then somehow the guy gets the girl. It's like every Judd Apatow
but with
movie.
Evan and Becca, it's fine. I don't feel like that's forced. Or
Yeah,
that's,
I
you know,
think
anything.
Evan is in his core a nice guy that, like, but you also got to understand that, like, he does associate himself with, like, pretty dorky losers, and I feel like if he like was friends with different people, he'd be like a way different person, but he would still be who he is.
Thank you. That's good.
You're such a smooth.
Thank you. You would too if you were a man.
You would too if you were a man. That's funny.
They had a video came out of them doing the table reads of this whole part, and like everyone was just hysterical in the background.
Evan, I'm so wet.
You look so beautiful.
It's, you know, like, she's like throwing herself at him, and like it's pretty much exactly what Seth wanted, and like Evan probably wanted exactly what Seth got, you know, just like a sober lady who just like is fun and likes him.
Yep.
And I feel like, and it's crazy because I feel like if it flipped, like their characters wouldn't go through any sort of journey.
I love you. I love you, man. I love you.
A lot of times, things like this can feel a little forced in the end. Where it's like, oh, this guy's doing all this terrible shit, and now all of a sudden he's like this guy's great friend. But I think he does it like, just, it's like, this movie always does it like, they're like razor sharp from like just doing it too much.
It works because they're both drunk, and also if this arc wasn't in the movie, the movie wouldn't be nearly as good.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I know that like
it's the problem with movies that happen over the course of one day, where it's like, how do we have our characters go through any sort of journey? And the answer is you get them really drunk, and then they pour their hearts out.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
Everything's great, just from this, just like right there.
Your eye.
Yeah, your eye. Everything else is great.
You're so funny, dude. That gave me a black eye by headbutting me in the eye.
Yeah. I really thought you were a sweet guy when you said that your cock was located on your back and you wanted me to scratch it. It's just between that and headbutting me in the face,
yeah,
and then this happening, I really think we should date now.
And you know what? When I really wanted to fuck you was when you got drunk and cried that I wasn't drunk, is that so that you can fuck me, and then you headbutted me in the face. That's when my pussy got really wet.
This is a family channel, Steve. All right, guys. Well, that's the commentary. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next.
Kevin, I guess the movie wasn't very super bad at all.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I have about 10 minutes of bonus footage that's going to be going up on my Patreon either tomorrow or the next day. Speaking of which, my first patron ever, Riley Hanlon, is producing a short film called Jerkwater, and he's currently in the middle of a crowdfunding campaign over on Indiegogo if anyone is interested in helping him out. Now, the film is a comedy drama about a group of diverse strangers stranded together during a blizzard on Thanksgiving. And from the video, it looks like it's going to be a good project with a good team that's able to pull it off. So I'll leave a link in the description, and I hope you guys check it out. Producing short films is really difficult and kind of a nightmare, so every donation and every share is going to count. Also, Steve just dropped a new single on his channel Plain Sight, where he makes really, really unique sounding electronic hip-hop space music. You just gotta listen to it. It's gonna be linked in about 3 seconds. So go check it out, and I'll see you guys next time.